Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just opening up some loot bags here. I figured I'd finally get around to it. I don't need those. I don't think they do anything. Although I do need it in a rocket module. I'll hold on to that, I guess. Light blue one I don't think I need. I'll just throw that. I'll throw it in there anyway. But I opened up I turned a bunch of my HV ones into the EV. And I ended up getting 4 workstations from that. I got a bunch of salt. I got some superconductor wires, some soldering alloy, these engraved crystal chips. And then I did get a few like boring things like this wheat and oak fence gates. I don't need that. And I got a bunch of the building blocks from, what are they like? Yeah, I got a bunch of these, which I just kind of deleted. I did also get a Cenarium battery, but unfortunately I can't do anything. I have no Cenarium to put into it, so I can't use it yet. But anyway, I just wanted to show that because I kind of avoid opening loot bags because I feel like they're not really worth it, but 4 extreme circuits is pretty amazing. And I don't know about superconductor wires and stuff. I may get around to using them. But I only have 6 spaces left in my AMI system. I gotta upgrade that as well. Alright, I have done a bunch of crafting here, and one of the things I did, I used the workstations that I got from the bags to get the advanced electrolyzer, because I'm going to need that sooner than later. And that was actually pretty easy because it doesn't need any components. Now I've also decided to finally replace some of my HV or my MV stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and lift this up. I think I still haven't quite figured out how I want this all laid out, to be honest. Guess I can move. This doesn't need to be right there. I would like to have this fluid extractor. I gotta be really careful here with. That's the MV. I'm gonna put that there so I don't accidentally place it. Alright, so there's the fluid extractor, and I'm just going to have it automatically output fluids to the left for my assembly machine. Alright, basically what my goal is here to get rid of this line. Because as I was kind of looking at my power situation, I haven't set this up very well. I have it kind of pushed into a corner. So it's hard to get, it's hard to expand this basically. I have managed to actually replace the my HV battery buffer with an EV one. This was pretty easy to make. It's just the some titanium and aluminum and a chest basically. So I got a 4-slot extreme battery voltage battery buffer. I threw my Laptron crystals in there. And then I moved it to the side because if we look underneath, it's a bit hard to see, but I have the battery buffer up there, then it goes down into the high voltage transformer. I do have a cover on that, so I won't ever accidentally attach the MV line to it, but then it goes into a HV battery buffer. So there's my HV battery buffer, and then obviously that comes out to the rest of my base. So now I can store 20 million. I could put it up even higher. But yeah, that's just storing more power. I have this running because I was getting a bit low on oil, so I have this running And I have my macerator running, so I'm actually kind of chewing through power here. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of show that up. But what I'm thinking is this is so like, it's so hard to like even upgrade this even because there's just no room. Since I have to transform down, like I don't have much room to do that. And one of the issues is I have MV kind of like on two sides of my HV line. So I kind of want to just get rid of all this MV line and move my power gen stuff from here to kind of like the end of the line is kind of what I was thinking. So why don't I just go ahead and I'm gonna break all these. I'm gonna put those in there. I want to make sure I get these put away. I didn't do I didn't craft a new fluid solidifier. Right, there we go. I just don't, I'm a little kind of worried because when I was doing some testing, these, when I'd place a machine, it would put down another machine, and sometimes I didn't realize it had done a MV one. So let's go ahead and we're just going to get rid of all this, I think. And obviously I'm going to have an issue with my implosion compressor. I'm not using it right at the second, but I think I'm probably going to move it to maybe here. It's not really kind of where I want it forever, but yeah, that's just kind of my plan at the moment. All right, so basically I'm just trying to kind of sort out my power because I have decided that I'm kind of tired of the advanced steam turbine, so I think it would be cool if I actually finally build the multi-block steam turbine and get that up and running. I have done a bunch of testing on the different turbines and stuff, so we'll get into that. But let me cut here, and I'm gonna kind of do some more rearranging here. Where do I want to put all these batteries? How about right here? Yeah. Yeah, let me figure out kind of locations and stuff. I think this is all going to be moved. I put it all here just to get it up and running until I kind of figured out a more permanent solution. But basically I want the different tiers. So I have my HV, and then I'll have my EV going into my HV, and then I'll split off into the MV, and that splits off into the LV, like down the line. And the way it's set up now is just not working for me. So let me cut and we will come back. All right, so I have been doing some moving around here again, but I built a whole extra little room. And as we can see, I've kind of laid out where I'm going to put the turbine, and I'm going to move the boiler. I set up my turbine combustion generators over here, feeding into the battery, transformer, and I put my old battery buffer there. Now I've moved all this stuff out of the way, including got rid of all my steel pipes because I won't need those anymore. But yeah, kind of just a basic setup, and then I have a pipe with my the fuel coming from over there. Eventually this will all be replaced, but with ME cable, but I just haven't quite got there. So I've been doing all the crafting of the components for the steam turbine. The actual unit is actually pretty easy. It's just a bunch of steel and 2 circuits. The dynamo hatch is probably the most annoying part because it uses the pumps, but it's kind of like an energy hatch, an input hatch. It's pretty similar. But anyway, I'm trying to do the last component that I need. There's actually a quest for it, is the turbine casings, and I was thinking, oh, this is steel. and they needed a bunch of steel. But when you actually look at the recipe, it's actually magnesium and blue steel. So that kind of threw me for a bit of a loop. I wasn't expecting that, so I wasn't kind of prepared for it. Now, the blue steel is black steel mixed with a couple things, and black steel is steel mixed with black bronze and nickel, and black bronze is copper and silver and gold. So what I've done is throw these in my interface. The one thing here is my brass. If we look at the brass recipe, all those, the dust is the same amount whether you do it in a crafting grid or a mixer. But the brass one, it's 3 if you do it in a crafting grid, or you get 4 from a mixer. So I think I'm going to actually set up some auto crafting here with a machine. It's the first time I've actually done this in this playthrough, but I'm going to kind of just throw it down. I guess it's going to be kind of, it's a bit in the way because I just don't have this set up very well. See, this would be perfect if I had an ME cable. I could put a thing on there and a thing on there. But like I said, that's just going to take time, and I'm not going to do all that on while I'm recording. All right, so I need to make sure this is set. Inputs allow outputs. Input from output side allowed. Yeah, exactly. And then I have my interface on here. Gotta hook this up. And like I said, this is probably going to be kind of temporary. I could probably, now that I'm looking at it, probably throw it underneath. But I'm not going to worry about that right this second. No, it's all, oh, there we go, we got him back. So yeah, I think I'm going to fill the other one up with water, so I'm not going to have to worry about this. But anyway, so there is the interface. Let's just throw it some cabling down. I think that's okay. I can't remember how many. That's 4. I do have a thing in here somewhere. I think I'm, yeah, 8 of 8. So I'm probably at the max with that channel up there. Anyway, so it's connected. I can throw the pattern in there. So let's go ahead and make the pattern. So the brass is 3 copper, 1 zinc. I'm gonna do that. Do I have zinc dust? I do. I don't remember why I was getting quartzite. I think I needed that to make glass. I think I was doing that, but I ended up not using it. Oops. Change that to processing pattern. And no, I'll just go ahead and make it. Throw that in there. Isn't that the right way? Yeah, 3 copper. Oh, it's a 1. Man, why does it have to be 1? I'll change that to a 1. All right, so that will work. And that's, we don't need fluid output. We'll do item output. I think the fluid output was when I was making dye. I don't remember. All right, so that looks like it put it in the ME system. Yep, so there it goes. So that's good to see that it went in automatically. We will write that to a pattern and then we will throw it in there. So whenever I go to craft brass dust, it will use this machine. Now obviously there's other things like copper dust. I don't have a recipe for that yet, so I'm gonna have to do that manually. I could run another interface and then put it on here and tell it, okay, this is how you make copper dust in a macerator, but I'm not going to do that right this second. Anyway, so I think if I do blue steel, I spell it right. I think I need 60, but 64, it makes 8 at a time. So basically I can put this in here and it'll tell me everything. Okay, that's a bit annoying. 2 different types of copper. All right, but that is all pretty easy to make. Which copper? I'm assuming that one. Yeah. The nice thing about this, I think I only need 1. So I gotta be a little bit careful with using this. I definitely gotta be a bit careful. Did I do that right? I feel like I didn't do that. Maybe I did. Yeah. Anyway, let me get the rest of the stuff, and I need to cook up all the. I'm gonna have to cook up all this magnesium too, so I'm gonna have to go get magnesium. Is it? I don't even remember. It's under alloy smelter. Yeah, magnesium and aluminum. All right, so let me get this crafted up, and we will come back when I have all the components. All right, I think that is everything. I'm just finishing off the rest of my blue steel, but I think we're good here. So let's go ahead and turn those into the rods. I got all my magnesium, which actually isn't too bad with bauxite, because bauxite has, if we look at the thing for it, there's 16 aluminum in bauxite, so it is a pretty awesome source. But yeah, so that basically has to do that. Now I am planning on moving this, which unfortunately I still have almost 200,000 seconds left on that fuel, so I am it's gonna be wasted, unfortunately, because I want to move this, and I have 4 million buckets or 4 million steam in here. That's gonna get wasted, but I think let's just go ahead and do it now. I just am realizing that I do have stuff that needs steam over there, and it's not going to be hooked up with that anymore, but I guess we'll kind of worry about that later. So let's just go ahead and break all this down. I love how the muffler's still going. Where is the magnet? I wonder if there's any way to like speed that up. I guess the whatever you make your wrench out of will determine how fast that is. I don't want it like too fast, but all right, let me finish breaking this down and sending it back up there, because we've already done this before. All right, I think I got everything right here. Set it up put the water source underneath and the super tank right there on the output. This is the output hatch right here. So it's automatically inputting into the super tank. I wonder if I should. No, I don't really need to do a bigger one. Now I'm not gonna throttle the steam at all on this. I want the entire 16,000 liters a second. So I want the entire amount. So no throttling, but hopefully I'm assuming I'm going to be able to produce enough charcoal to keep it running with the compressed stuff. Anyway, assembly machine. I don't think 8 is anything. No. All right, so we'll go throw those in there. And then I think, yeah, we just throw these back. I'll just do that. Although I don't want to like, sometimes I'm so worried with the 8s because it makes like, it makes quite a lot of things, 228, like chests and stuff. All right, so that is really quick, which is good. But I think that's everything. Now I also need a fluid regulator, and this hurts because I need 2 circuits to go with it. So that's a bit painful. But basically, oh, it needs to be in a extreme voltage. And I have these down here, but I haven't even hooked them up. So I'm just using this battery. I should just hook it up with some electrum and then it'll charge slowly. I just haven't got around to doing that. All right, so I think we're good on that. Now, I need I ended up. Oh, I didn't even realize I already made a pump. Oh well. I'd forgotten I did that. It's been a while since I've crafted this stuff up. All right. Now it needs a small turbine. I don't know if it doesn't say if it needs a certain one. But I am going to do Damascus steel, I think. And I can't remember during my testing if I decided on the small one or the large one. All right, so I'm going to do the large. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to do. And the reason Damascus is good is because the efficiency is 105%. If I did like titanium, it's only 80%. So you get even less. So, oh, that one's 105, just kidding. So that's the same, higher durability, but lower EU protect. Anyway, so I'm going to need, I just realized I didn't even think about. I forget what that, yeah. So these forming press, that's kind of a weird, could do it in the fluid solidifier. Or the extruder. Yeah, I'll probably do the extruder. That looks like much cheaper. Because this is 6 plus some screws. But if you do it in the extruder, it's only... So I need 8 of these for the one that I want. Is that right? Yep. And I don't remember how much Damascus steel I have. So I only have 1. Anyway, I will get that cooked up. But let's go ahead and build this multi-block. I'll worry about that in a second. I guess we could get the thing going. All right, so I want it, I think we decided, is that how I want it? Probably, Mom's thinking one forward. No, I think that's how I decided I wanted it, yeah. All right, because the power cable is going to come out the back. Anyway, so there is that. Then I need the large steel turbine in front. That looks a bit weird, but it will make sense when I start putting the rest of it in. Here we go. And this is pretty typical for any of the turbine multi-blocks, how they're set up. Now, I need the dynamo hatch is where the power is going to come out, so we will put that on the back, right there. Then I need to input hatch the steam, which I think I'm going to do right there. And then I also need a maintenance hatch. Why don't I go ahead and just do that like right there. And then this and that, and it should form the multi-block. Yep. And we will quickly do the maintenance. I wonder if there's like an electric crowbar. Oops, I didn't hit it with the screwdriver. I wish it gave you like an indication that it worked. It doesn't really feel like it. I mean, this does, but all right. So there's the turbine, and what I'm going to do is input the steam. It'll turn it into power, and it also outputs distilled water, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. So I don't even have an output hatch, so it's just going to avoid it. So let me go ahead and get the Damascus steel cooked up, and we will create the turbine and we'll get this going. All right, I got the Damascus steel. That was my last one. So I guess we'll just throw it in there. And luckily that's pretty quick. That's only like a second, yeah. Oh, and the titanium, I forgot about that. So titanium long rod I think I need. And of course I don't have any titanium. All right, so I got to cook up some titanium here. So I have carbon. All right, that shouldn't be too bad. The titanium long rod. How much titanium does it use? Where are we? Long titanium rod. Oh, it's just one. It's just one titanium. All right. I was thinking it was more. Well, that worked out. And what was it? I'll just throw it in the forge hammer. Make sure it doesn't auto output it to the furnace and might cook it up. All right, so there is that. And I think I just throw this in here and I should get the thing here. Now, unfortunately, the quest, I'm not going to complete this quest. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll probably just, I don't know if I can. Yeah, the small one, the large one is not going to work on that. Is there any? No, I can't like smelt that down. Anyway, so there is the turbine, and that goes in the machine. All right, so everything looks good. I need to get some charcoal to get this boiler going. Now, obviously, I don't have it hooked up anymore. It's not hooked up over here. So I'm gonna have to kind of do it manually, but yeah, and that's doesn't work anymore because I moved it. This stuff lasts for so long. I shouldn't have to worry about it. So let's throw that in there. Get that going. And we'll get the efficiency up. All right, so that's producing the steam. Now, I may actually have to, I'm gonna need a fluid regulator on here. Oh, I just realized the other thing I need is a pipe. I need a fluid pipe that can transfer 32,000. See, that's not big enough. Since pipes only do half, I actually need a huge titanium pipe. So that's 12. Yep, I do need titanium. All right, let me go ahead and get the titanium pipe and we'll come back. All right, we are back and I got the huge titanium fluid pipe. Yep, I need it to transfer 16,000 per second. Now I'm gonna actually have to break that. I don't know if there's any other way to do this. So there is the electric pump. We'll put that on there. Set it to export. So it's exporting the steam. Holy cow, look at how much steam I'm getting already. 16,000. I'm not used to like having it not throttled. All right, so there, we'll put that on there. That'll input it into there. Now on this doesn't really matter all that much, but I kind of want to get it set up. I have a fluid regulator, and what this does, well, I can tell it how much I want to output into the whatever, like the thing that I'm going to have. So by right clicking on it, you can see, and I want it to get it up to 16,000. So if you shift click, it goes up by a bunch. Wait, how much is that going up? 320. All right, so then if you right click on it, it'll go up by 20 without the thing. So I'm going to get it all the way up to 16,000 liters a second. And we'll do that. And apparently that can input, it doesn't have to have the thing facing it, but I'll have it facing it. And there. Now the quadruple thing lasts 131,000 seconds, so that is quite a long time. All right, so that should be getting 16,000 per second. If we look at this, the optimal steam flow is 16,000 liters per second. So everything should be good here. If I turn this on, hopefully no explosions. Nope. So it's going to spin up to the efficiency that whatever the efficiency is. And if you left or click on it with the scanner, it tells you the optimal flow is this. So obviously times 20. This is per tick, so times 20 would be 16,000 liters a second. But when that gets up to the full speed, it should be outputting 420 EU per tick. Now, it's not the greatest producer for just regular steam. It's much better if you do high-powered steam, but we're not gonna. It's better than the 128 turbine that I was using before. But now I need to get the power into here. So what do we have over here? We have. Let me just replace those really quick, and that should be powering those. I think I got enough in here. Fortunately, It looks like I don't. Why? There must be a thing on those. Is there like a... Like, why aren't they stacking? Yeah, I figured that had a thing on it. Wire cutters, where are... Did I lose my wire cutters? Or did I put them in the... Apparently I lost my wire cutters. I must have dropped them somewhere. Found them. They were in that chest. Alright, and I'm just going to do, I guess, Electrum. I need a couple more. We'll do these, and then I think we are good. Now, in between episodes, I'm going to have to connect this stuff up. I think I'm probably going to do... How do I want to do this? So I need to get fuel over there, and the other thing I need to get is water out of the reservoir, since I moved the reservoir way over there. So that's the other thing I gotta... worry about. Yeah, I think this is good. So what we're gonna do is break these, put down the 4x, which is, it's even bigger than it needs to be. I think I only need 2x there. No. Yeah, because this is 1x. It's just double. Oh wait, I could use the 2x. I didn't need... Oh boy. I already had it set for this. So there's going to be 3 amps going through here. All right, so I had it right the first time. Yep. Watch as I like burn everything down. That would be funny. Okay, so that's an issue. I have to walk like all the way around if I want to get back here. And hopefully no explosions. No. All right. So there we go. In theory, that is outputting to my the extreme battery buffer. So I got my steam power and then my 2 things here, and I'll probably turn one of these off. Just to save power a little bit, because I need to upgrade my oil production, and I think one of the ways I may, until I get the distillation tower, which may be coming up pretty soon here, I may just do it one more single block distillery, an LV distillery, but I haven't quite decided. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.